Hey, everybody, and welcome to the second AJS news for you for this week.
Yep.
Yeah, so go watch the first one, and then if you're here for the second one, enjoy. This week's sponsor is us. So if you would like to do us a big old favor, if you're not subscribed already, click that subscribe button so you know when our videos are coming out. Hit the like button. Tell your friends about us if you enjoy the
we're pretty
news
cool
and
guys.
reviews.
Right.
I think he's worth it, yeah.
What is
Maybe,
We're
I don't
funny
know.
guys. We're funny guys sometimes.
Sometimes.
So yeah, come check us out here. Thank you for watching the poster contest. As I said in the first video, I've got over 100 submissions. We're gonna create a separate
Looks
video
so good.
just for that. They're fucking amazing. It almost brought me to tears. It did bring me to tears, actually. And then the Ghost of Tsushima review is coming this week. Again, was delayed because of our studio move. We're still in the middle of that, but I should be able to get that edited this week. So next from us, after these news episodes, you'll see the Ghost of Tsushima review and then the posters contest, and then we'll do our best to catch up with everything that is releasing. But it looks like August is a little chiller, a little bit in terms of at least not AAA things. It's things that are kind of floating under the radar and some bullshit coming out at the end of the month. So, all right.
All right, the first thing. Well, speaking of EA, there was an EA call this week where we got a lot of information. We got information on Squadrons and some other horrible things that I hope never comes to true. So Squadrons is only $40, and everyone's like, why?
Right. That's what I said.
Yeah,
That's what I said. I thought a bunch of microtransactions, a bunch of loot boxes, but apparently not.
Apparently there's none of that. And so the reason that they say it's a short game is they said that, look, this is a multiplayer experience. It's not as big or as grand as some of the other games that they put out, and they just
4 hours.
Yes.
Is it?
I guarantee. If they themselves say it's short game,
Yes.
probably gonna be a
5.
5. There's no
2 hours? I don't know.
What? 4.
Oh,
4. You say 5?
5.
That's
what do you
too.
say?
Hey, you can take any 4-hour game and make it a 5-hour game.
I'll stretch it out to
You
24
can take
hours.
any
Yeah,
5-hour game and make it a
Stretch it out.
4-hour game. With our skill level, Joe, we could do that. Go
Yeah.
between 4 and 5. So Joe's gonna manipulate it to where he flies around for no reason.
find
so
the
he
bugs.
can
Or has to
be
replay
right.
the same
I'll find the
mission.
bugs.
Yeah, the tutorial failed the tutorial over and over and over
Okay,
again.
but so that's what they said.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
said
shorter
that
game.
the game doesn't have the same breadth of content as more expensive games, and they're focused on a very specific experience.
No, I
So-
was worried about the content, the breadth
Yes.
of content. I just want there to be $60 worth of content.
But there's a $40
Because
game.
I know, but I want them to charge 60, and I want it to be a full title. I
Yes.
don't want this like half measure
Well,
stuff.
they didn't charge.
Now, hopefully, Motive is going to do more than half measure to prove to this is an apology game. To me, this is an apology game to the Star Wars fans because it is the game I've always wanted. Not quite all the way there because it's not full-on flight sim, but you do get to use the HOTS, and you do get to use VR on PC. Like, this shit is gonna be fucking awesome. And we talked about it before. The Game Changer says it's great. Now, of course, they're paid by EA, but the point in the specific mechanics and points that they've shown and made with the footage, it looks like it's going to be good.
It looks cool. And I'm hoping that it's not an apology and it's more of an experiment where EA is saying, look, if we cut down on the design of like the overall scale of the game this much, we can still charge $40, give everyone like I'm fine with a shorter game if it costs a little less.
I think it's both. I think you're right and I'm right. It is an experimentation and a little bit of an apology, and if it does well, then maybe it can get a ton more content like I want.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll have to see. And I am hesitant because it's EA. I am hesitant because
Yeah,
EA
for sure.
has
You
fucked
gotta
Star
be.
Wars before.
You gotta.
But from what I'm hearing, they've learned their lesson here. It's not microtransaction-filled garbage. There are, in fact, they've said none. In that sense, everything you get is unlocked through the gameplay. So when you have a red fucking TIE fighter, you know, oh, that guy did that thing that makes him an ace or very cool. And, okay, I got a little Ewok in here because I did these mini missions and blah, 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 a little bobblehead Ewok and shit. You know, fun stuff like that. And I can't wait to play dress up and play this game with y'all. We're going to form a squadron. It's going to be the Angry Squadron. It's going to be...
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be Black Squadron. Or,
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to do Empire or are we doing Rebel? I don't know
Empire.
what's going on. We're going Empire.
Because
Oh,
good
fuck,
is
okay.
dumb.
It is.
I have a Rebel helmet, Joe. What am I supposed to do?
All
right, then.
We're
you
doing
go,
one.
Eric.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
going after you.
All right.
The other new EA news that we have this week is the more depressing news. So, again, Jorgensen and Wilson were talking about some of the potential acquisitions, and we've talked a lot about the fact that WB Games is for sale.
Yeah.
And that includes NetherRealm.
Yeah, it
and
just
some of
blows
those
me away.
others.
I don't understand why. Is that WB's like, I don't want to deal with video games anymore. Or, man, we put out, DC has really fucked us up because we did a bad job with it. And we just want to offload our WB Interactive, give it to somebody else. Okay, well, fine.
Yeah.
The main concern there is NetherRealm. I love Mortal Kombat, and hopefully whoever takes over will give them the money and support that
Just
they need.
hands off. It's just like, you do what you do. You've been doing it well. We're going to let you do it and not micromanage
But
the
it
hell
just
out of it.
blows me away because I thought that was one of their divisions that does all right or well.
Yeah, they may just want to pivot. A lot of times, the companies that own everything, just like, well, we want to get out of this sector to focus more on some of the other things, because they do have things like, they own HBO and all these other things. Maybe they want to focus on like some other stuff, and they want to get out of this other thing. But EA is looking at them, and that worries me because of EA's like the second. Well, Activision was talking about it. 2K, EA.
I want to split it up amongst I don't want Activision. I don't want really EA.
I don't want 2K or Take-Two. I would like of the ones that said they were interested. Microsoft seems like one that I would be most interested, because that means that some of these games could potentially just be PC games as well, rather than just being console games. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping that Microsoft just continues with buying all the studios they possibly can, and they buy that one.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I would love it.
They love to brag like we bought 15 studios.
Yeah.
Make it 16.
Yeah. And then we could get more stuff, and don't have to buy an Xbox, and I'll play it on my PC instead.
Yeah.
And it'll be
But
great.
if you do that, it might
would
turn
be.
it into Xbox exclusives, and then that would be shitty for the PlayStation.
For the PlayStation people.
But PlayStation doing some of their own things here, as we'll talk about later.
Yes.
So,
All right. Well, more Microsoft news. There was a Halo demo that happened, and people were mad because they were looking
I
at
was
this
not
demo.
impressed.
where's the demo?
We watched it on
watched
the
it.
Halo
Oh,
event where
gameplay.
we watched the gameplay
Yeah.
demo, and the explosions didn't look very good, and some of the textures didn't look very
particle
good.
effects. People are
But-
like, the particle effects look good. I'm like, what the? No, they don't. The graphics look good. No, they
What
don't.
happened?
In 4K, they do.
What happened?
It's in 4K. Yes, 4K. 4K makes everything look good.
Yes.
You see the fucking rifle? It looks terrible compared to the Reach.
So that was pretty much the feeling that everyone had on Reddit and Twitter, and there was all the memes that
So
followed the
next
videos.
gen, you want me to spend $500+? Give me next gen.
Well, we don't even know how much the
Talking
thing's going to
about
be.
500.
Yeah, probably
Rough.
$500. So the devs put out a post saying, "Look, we hear you. Some of it," and they
So
explained.
they responded to all the graphics and the
Yes.
what is it? Craig the Brute, or even I think it was even Phil Spencer was like, yeah, we love what the community has done with it, and they embrace it because somebody's like, what do you think of Craig?
Yeah.
And then they showed the picture of the Brute, that guy, and he's like, I don't give a fuck. People can make fun of it. We're still making money. People still gonna buy it, and I like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
attitude. I
More-
really like that attitude. But at the same time, I think that 343 should be like, well, yeah, you're right. We should probably animate his face a little more when he gets punched in it instead of just because he doesn't even talk. He goes, "Ah!" But he just goes. "Ah!"
So they were about 50-50, right? So half the time they're like, "Look, it's an older demo. It was the most stable thing. They probably didn't have a lot of
Older
notice."
demo, as if they're gonna animate the lips and all this other
Yeah.
stuff as it gets hit because it's an older demo versus a newer demo. No, what it is gonna be a little better lighting, maybe a little better graphic textures. I'm talking like a 10-20% increase, and then when you play it in that 4K, then when people see it in that
don't give a
natural,
shit about
because
4K.
they uploaded the footage afterwards, right, in 4K, and it did objectively look better.
Yeah,
than
it
what
did,
we
definitely
saw on our stream, which by the way was fucking up too. It was laggy and shit. But here's the thing: is that some people say, well, it's an open world game. That's the reason why the graphics are, they're not as good because it's open world.
No.
I'm like, have you played Red Dead Redemption? Have you played Grand Theft Auto lately? I mean, have you played these mods for Skyrim? Guys,
Yeah.
this game, Skyrim is how old now?
Yeah.
Fucking
Guys.
old.
Guys, No, that's not a fucking excuse.
But you have to defend it if you have to defend everything. So what they said is at first we acknowledge it. Yes, we've heard the feedback coming. And then they said it's far more positive than negative. I didn't see any of that positive. But then they said that, look, it's going to look better on launch.
If they include memes as positive, then yes, it's far more positive.
So they acknowledge they said, look, this is before some of the touch-ups. It's before some of the things, so it will look better. But they also said that they did look at some of the feedback, and they said that they will actually, now that they've received the feedback about some of the particle effects and some of the skins, that even now they're going to go back and fix things that they wouldn't have fixed. And so the criticism...
Why did they need to be told that from us?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's what they said that they're going to do. And so they said that based on all of the harshness of the internet, they said, like, look, we will touch up some of these things. We will make them look better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that's interrupt you.
That's it.
Oh, okay. So, but my thing was that they may say that, but honestly, all these improvements were coming anyway. So I think like the actual, net positive of it is small, tiny upgrades because it was going to be upgrades anyway from what you saw there to there. But I do believe it was Microsoft putting pressure. Like, we need to show something. Gamers are like, if you don't fucking show us gameplay, we will fucking choke you out. And so they put pressure on 343 and said, no, we're not ready yet. The one gameplay, we can give you gameplay, but it's from an older build.
It's not gonna look good.
It's like,
just do it. It's like,
do you want to get choked out? I'm gonna choke you out if I get choked out. And then they said, all right, let's put it out there.
Yeah,
so I thought
the whole
that's what
intro,
happened.
they're like, oh, the Halo's gonna be amazing. Halo. We finally watched it. Like, meh.
I'm gonna play it anyway.
I think it's just that that's not the impressive area of Halo Infinite. The impressive area of Halo Infinite is the gameplay, the music, the environments, the open world that you can go wherever you want on the ring, even though I don't think that's the case because the ring, if you really look at how big rings are supposed to be in the lore, like it's not going to be like that. So it's just going to be weird. Like, are they going to have linear levels at some point? Because that's always been Halo. And to get that amp up story and to get real nice experiences, you have to make some of the levels a little more directed. So it'll be interesting. I do believe that Halo Infinite will be fun. I do think that, they're doing positive things. I thank God that it's not another fucking Halo 5, and it's like they're kind of ignoring Halo 4 and 5, and they're like, yeah, let's reboot and kind of reboot. They're not rebooting. They're still taking that carcass of a story, but then also rebooting it so that it's friendly to new players. Because you remember Halo 4? You had to read like 15 different comics and books and online archives to even understand what the fuck is between 3 and 4. And then, maybe it was 5 to go from 4 to 5. Just forget it. I don't.
Yeah, it was not worth doing.
Ridiculous.
The second bit of news that everyone was asking, we got a little bit of a leak on, what was it, Smith's Toys, that posted a blog post really short with an image that they weren't supposed to upload that said multiplayer is free, and everyone freaked out and they're like, wait a minute, multiplayer free? And then they took the post down and everyone was speculating. It's like, look, if they've got an image from Microsoft, it's probably free.
Free to play. Halo Infinite, free to play multiplayer. What do you think about that, Joe?
It's gonna be amazing. I like free. Who doesn't like free?
Okay.
With no microtransactions.
That's the positive.
Yeah.
Now what about the negative?
Got to make money somehow, and that's what I worry about.
Yeah,
We've seen that kind of shit. Last time we fucking played Halo, Joe, it was getting worse and worse. You don't think so? It was getting worse. Do you not remember the Halo 5 review? Fuck. Guys, I think that they have to monetize this thing. Joe, let me clue you in a little more on the news, okay? They said we are going to be running Halo Infinite for 10 years. We have a 10-year plan for Halo Infinite. Where'd you hear that? Where have you heard that before?
Goddamn live services.
Yeah, that was
Son of a bitch.
that was Bungie and Destiny. Remember that plan? Well, that is the plan for Halo. And if you're only buying it at $60 at the pop at the beginning, and there is confirmed no Halo Infinite 2. They're not doing Halo Infinite 2. They're not doing Halo Infinite 3. They're doing Halo Infinite. Infinitely. Forever. Well, maybe not forever till the end of time, but for at least 10 years or as long as they can make it profitable. Keyword profitable. How do you make a profit if the game is only $60 and free from then on? Come on, Joe. You're smarter than that.
So we know there's going to be a battle pass system.
Wishful thinking.
So we know there's going to be some kind of battle pass system. They've confirmed that.
Okay.
How much it's going to be,
What do you get?
all of that stuff is what everyone is worried
Are there
about.
loot boxes? I don't know if they've confirmed no loot boxes. That I need to look up.
No. Well, so the quote I've got here is it would be indeed free to play and offer some kind of battle pass system. No, it doesn't mention anything about loot boxes.
Here we go. There are microtransactions or loot box in Halo Infinite. Young Sec. What does that say, Joe? Junizek confirmed that Halo Infinite will not have any real money microtransactions or loot boxes
So just the battle
as
pass.
part of its gameplay mechanics. This means you won't be forced to spend real-life cash to buy cosmetics, in-game currency, or anything else that could lead to suggestions of Halo as a pay-to-win title.
Oh, so there just will be cosmetics. So there will be nothing.
Yeah, this article was written poorly. This means you won't be forced to spend real-life cash to buy cosmetics. I think you will.
For cosmetics, yeah, because the way
Cosmetics,
that...
yeah. But he says you won't be forced. This is written poorly. But what they're saying is no microtransactions or loot boxes that will affect the gameplay.
Yeah, so there's definitely, they've got to. If it's a live service game, there's going to be a battle pass. There probably will be weapon skins. You know, pink
$300.
Pink
And
Master
they
Chief
said
running around.
it'll have customization unlike we've seen in Halo before, and that's probably what this
Pink!
is.
I don't know, man. If
Oh, there's always
like
been
a
pink in
Doomacorn
Halo.
almost
Doomacorn,
like
yeah.
There's always been
I
pink.
gotta
in
get
Halo.
something like that.
All right.
Anyways.
Next game, there was a Kotaku article that pissed people off because that's what Kotaku articles did. This one was
See, this was 1 year ago when 343 Studios boss Chris Lee reassured fans will not include real money loot boxes. So we got to
Maybe
hold
they
him to
changed
that.
their
That
heart.
was a year ago. Okay?
yes,
Gotta change your heart.
yes.
How you gonna do no loot boxes with a 10-year plan? Well, I guess they're gonna do Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, battle passes,
And skin
skins.
system. And skin system, yeah. All right, so Kotaku had an article about Star Citizen, and it was the title of the article is 8 years into development, Star Citizen fans are increasingly upset that Star Citizen is still being Star Citizen. Well, yeah.
It's been 8-9 years, right?
8 years and like
8
$300 million or
years.
something like that. So Star Citizen.
You know who's loser? Founders.
That guy.
Founders are losers.
So.
What a loser.
Yeah, shut up. Call me when the game's out.
Yeah.
Shit ain't ever coming out.
Now the article almost reads like an opinion piece. You know, they're talking about how this game is never going to come out, and they keep putting things out and they keep delaying it. I don't want to get into any of that. I don't think that I think the game will eventually come out. I think it will be the minimum level of effort that they need to put out to satisfy the people who have put in, you know, thousands and
Countless.
thousands. I mean, there's like packs that are in tens of thousands of dollars for things.
I saw something that was like 30,
35,000,
35
yeah, something
grand.
like that.
I was like, what the?
Guess I threw away my founder's card
You
in
had-
anger.
You
It's
had one somewhere.
in there.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
can't
it's
find it
somewhere in
anymore.
there.
We've not been able to find it for at least a year.
So they have announced that CIG released a new statement based on like all of the people on Reddit being upset with them, saying like, no, we still working on it. We're still.
There's a roadmap for a roadmap, Alex.
Well, that's a pre-roadmap
There's a pre-roadmap for a roadmap.
because it's not ready yet. The roadmap's not ready yet.
There's a pre-roadmap for the roadmap.
Yes.
For the game
Let me ask you
to be
this.
released eventually.
Do they have anything ready?
Yes,
I mean,
Joe. Yes, there's the
Alpha.
PUT. There's the
that's-
is that what it's called? PUT, public test server (PTS), and there's
Doesn't count.
different modules, and they all run like garbage. And they need to put them together in a meaningful way. Well, they've already started to put some of them together, but it's not a game. It's not like a full-fledged, ready-to-go game.
there's supposed
that's
to be
like
two
this little
games,
tease.
too.
It is a vehicle for purchasing more ships.
that may never come out. Okay.
What?
Yeah, they damn well make it very easy to purchase ships.
Yeah,
Like,
that system's working real well.
See, that works.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
You got
this
that.
is the funny thing that I want to read to you. This is official quote. While it's not quite ready, it's currently top priority on the web team's current projects. In the immediate future, we plan to deliver on the following
priority?
communications. We want to give an
what you
explanation
been doing?
of the goals of our new roadmap and what to expect from it. So, again, this is the pre-roadmap stuff we're being delivered right now.
And remember, Alex, this pre-roadmap is replacing an older roadmap that was public.
Well, because that was we were 3 years late, so they're like we have to delete that because that looks bad. So now we get a pre-roadmap of something that will be also 3 years late. So they want to eventually show a rough mock-up of the proposed new roadmap. That's a goal.
That's their own goal.
That's their words.
We want to eventually show a rough
mock-up
of the proposed roadmap.
Yeah.
And then once we do that, then we
it's going to be a picture with crayons on it. There you go.
This is so embarrassing.
Oh, it gets better.
Chris, is it
wow.
one of their offices is here, and I was gonna go over there and
I don't
you want
think
me to
they'll
kick
let
the
us.
door in, guy? Who's founders? Y'all want me to go over there and make them work?
Yeah.
Get that shit under control.
They want to share a work-in-progress version of the roadmap for at least one of our core teams. So just one of the core teams, not all of the teams. So just part of the roadmap of one of them. And then finally...
How do you have multiple teams and not be getting shit done?
Oh, I don't know. And then finally transition into this new roadmap. So they're in like the pre-transition, pre-rough roadmap phase for Star Citizen that's been in development.
We should be talking about
8
the
years.
game release. Instead, we're over here talking about teams and roadmaps and pre-roadmaps to roadmaps, but not even pre-roadmaps.
I'm
This
curious
is
what
literally
their
a
budget
rough
is right now.
idea of what the pre-roadmap will be. And then once the pre-roadmap is up, then they will refine it into the real roadmap, and then we'll be on that roadmap for several years, and then it'll come out.
Yes. So this is going to be something that's important 10, 20 years from now, because in every single psychology book that goes over the sunk cost fallacy, you're just going to be something about Star Citizen, because we have friends that are like so into the game, and they're enjoying the alpha because they do enjoy flying around space and doing some of the missions.
Beard, he
But
still plays.
We've known people that have put thousands of dollars into it.
I know someone who's put tens of thousands of dollars into it, and it's just why? And then
Well,
every time
they were lied to. This is like the greatest lie. And instead of like throwing themselves out a window or being really mad about it, they manifest that feeling into "fuck you guys. I don't give a fuck. I will play it when it's done." And they'll take any abuse. They'll take any abuse. They'll buy into any amount of hype. And even though these separate systems are looking good on their own, will they ever come together in a functional game that will be, a playable frame rate that everything works
They're
nice?
splitting up their teams right now.
Yeah. Well, you have to take everyone off the game development to work on the roadmap right now. So
They need to get their teams.
Again,
one place.
I want to know what the budget is right now.
It's more than 200.
It's over 300 million. It's over 300 million.
300 million at this point. Goddamn.
So the issue that I have with it is every time they have one of these conventions, they're like, this is going to be the biggest ship on the launch for Star Citizen. We want $10,000. And someone goes, you know what? I want to have the biggest ship. The problem is the biggest ship like the markers are changing every couple of weeks. They're like, that's not the biggest ship anymore. This is the biggest ship. And so now we're at our packages that are over $30,000 now, and it just doesn't make any sense. And so it is looking less and less more like a game and more like a scam, and it's hard to follow these news without poking fun. So if you've bought into Star Citizen, I'm sorry. But you also should probably be more vocal and be more angry about it, because you're probably being taken
Joe,
advantage
I wonder if, because this is relevant right now. Remember, we went to Star Citizen with Dell. We made a video, and I edited it together, but I think the audio was bad, or the relevancy wasn't good by the time we came out. I wonder if I can find that and upload it. I'll look through our hard drives and see if I can get it, because it'll be interesting to see what we thought the second that we left one of their conventions, because that's where you're high. Like, everybody's high.
That's
on
4
Star
years
Citizen,
ago, right?
They're passing around drugs of not actual drugs.
Yeah.
The drugs of the potential game and what it's going to be, and everybody's super high. I'm just curious what we said. I knew we didn't buy into it. Like,
no, because there were some odd people there. Like, what would you rather have, like a yacht or this? I was I would rather have a fucking yacht.
Yeah.
Something in real life.
That is a real.
That was his
quote
real argument. I was
to
like,
justify
are you serious?
what his purchase. Yeah, it was crazy. I need to see if I can find it.
Yeah, that would be a great video to go through.
I was like, yeah, give me the yacht. I'm not going to
He
spend
literally said,
this
what
much
would you
on the
rather
ship.
have, a yacht or Star Citizen? And we were like, are you
crazy?
I thought
like,
we thought he was
crazy.
joking.
Yeah.
You're a crazy person,
I was like, you're
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
But he actually dropped a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of people did, and they bought insurance on all those things, and they bought they beat like
yes, the insurance. Oh my god.
You can buy a yacht though, so it's like he chose not to buy the yacht to get the virtual ship, which is not ready
And
yet.
he can't
And
show
well, the thing is, he bought a ship that is 8,000 feet long, and now all the ships can go up to like 100,000.
12,000.
Yeah, it's
And
just
you
like,
need insurance.
and
for
then
that
you need
shit.
insurance on those things. So like that guy just threw all this money away. And
Whatever. It's like Joe should put up the video of that it's on Reddit. It's like a millionaire yacht.
Oh, yeah.
Driving past a billionaire's yacht.
yeah.
They're just gonna keep going up.
Yeah. As long as people continue to throw money.
I want to play Star Citizen. At this point, I don't think that the multiplayer one is ever going to be finished and to the what they said they want. But I think they can focus in on the goddamn single player Squadron 42 with Mark Hamill's performance. I want to see that goddamn performance. I want to see fucking the XO in Battlestar Galactica, who's in it as well. And I haven't seen it. I want to play the single player. They need to pull their whole fucking team. Their whole fucking team for multiplayer all into Squadron 42. Release that shit first. Then go and take all their team and put it to the multiplayer stuff.
Well, first they got to do the roadmap.
Yeah, roadmap. Yeah, we got to work on the roadmap.
Taking them this long to do a pretty rough visualization of the roadmap. It's not even ready yet. Like I could put a rough visualization of the pre-map of what you need because I know what you need to finish in order to get it done. From this side, if I can do that, you can do it. Rough pre-visualization. Get fucked.
18 months. I think they could have it out in 18 months.
I don't buy it.
But they could also not have it out in 18 months.
Squadron
and I don't care.
42, you know what? I'm giving them a pass because of the pandemic, honestly. But other companies have worked their ass off during the pandemic, so it's hard to give them the pass and not other companies. I'll give them a pass for 2020.
It was supposed to be out in December of 2018.
I know, but I'm going to say if Squadron 42 does not come out 2021, at that point, I will believe it is a scam. Because, there are people out there that just think it's pure scam. Like,
I think
pure scam. And I'm like, no, I've talked with the developers. I've seen them working on it. Now, where does that work go? I don't fucking know.
It goes
in the trash when it gets to Chris, I guess, and then
talker.
they restart, and then they make new systems, and then that goes in the trash. I don't fucking know.
I think it's a soft scam. I think
2021, if there's no goddamn Squadron 42, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I will rip my founder's card.
It's metal.
It's metal.
It's metal.
You have to start working out.
Yeah. I will rip that fucking founder. Y'all can't do that?
Rip
Weak ass.
yeah.
Metal?
Y'all are weak.
Yeah.
I'll rip that metal. That's the gamer rage anger. Okay, if it's not out 2021, I'm ripping that metal
without bending it back and forth 40 times.
You gotta do it
that's
straight
cheat.
down the middle. You can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cheat. Yeah, I think we're gonna get games, but I think they're gonna be like cheap crap.
Teasers.
I think that the games that we're gonna get are gonna be worse than Squadrons, and Squadrons didn't take that much money to make. All right, final story, brand new news, stuff that came out today. People are mad. If you have a PS4 controller, you know how much are PS4 controllers? They're like
$60,
60, 70, 80. I think they're more.
Like 70 when they came out.
Get a fancy one.
Yeah.
Like
$6 fine.
Like
So if you bought one of those fancy PS4 controllers and you want to use it on your PS5, you can't.
No.
You can't. You can on some things. There will be some games, like PS4 games, that will run on the PS5 that you can use those controllers. But if it's a PS5 game, you cannot use your controllers because.
At all?
No, only on the older games, and only on some of the older games.
Do we research it fully to where the controller won't function, or the features that were built specifically for the PS5 controller will not function?
No, it will not work.
It just won't work at all.
It won't work at all.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So let's see.
You just said that there were a few controllers that will work.
No, but only on the PS4 games. If you buy a game that says PS5 on the box, the controller will not work at all.
Wow.
And so they want the controllers to be able to take advantage of the new capabilities and features we're bringing to the platform.
And more money.
And we want you to buy the controllers again.
Yes.
So, sucks for you.
Sony, that's a bad move. That's a little old schoolish. That's a little boneheaded, I think, especially when Xbox is not doing that. You know, of course, their controller is just a slightly modified version of their controller is now, just slightly improved. And so I guess it's easier for them. But I think this is a decision by Sony, you know, in order to do that. Because you could probably make a...
You know how I know that they could do?
Without the features.
You know how we know they can? Because specialty peripherals such as licensing racing wheels, arcade sticks, and flight sticks will all work on PS5 games. So they can use the older things and make them work. They just don't want to.
They need
But
to
the
make money 'cause they don't have
official-
the Game Pass.
But the official controller that you
Yeah.
purchased, they are purposely making it bricked to where you can use it on your PS5. Wow, fuck you, Sony.
Yeah.
That deserves some. That deserves some hate.
Hey.
Hey, play a hater. Hey. Hey, we praise you when you do right, and
Come
we got
on.
that's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
You're going too old school, and that's what I feel like. You know, so this next gen battle is actually between, you know, old school tactics versus new school tactics. New school tactics being Xbox, and people are like, "What the fuck are y'all doing? You don't even give a shit about your Xbox Series X. And even if you did, I'm not buying one. You're not giving me a reason to.
Yeah.
You're saying buy whatever you want and buy our games, and we're gonna make it very cheap for you to buy our games. Here's Game Pass. So it's literally Game Pass versus PS5.
Yeah.
Is the war, not Xbox Series X versus PlayStation 5, because Xbox Series X has already lost. They've been trounced. They've been destroyed before the war has even started. Now, if you're talking about Game Pass, now you're gonna bring in the artillery, you're bringing in the Air Force on the Xbox side, and you know it's a little better battle there. But you know, PS5 is leaning on exclusives, and you know, once you're doing that, that's fine. You're creating a little you know, microcosm, a little economy. But then to take your little economy and say, hey, all those controllers, you loyal customers that switch to our platform,
Trash.
Xbox, trash. Now
Trash.
buy new controllers.
And they're expensive controllers
They
too.
are.
So this is directly from the PlayStation blog, just so everyone knows exactly. This is on their blog.
Yeah.
Will DualShock 4 work with PS5 games is the question. No. We believe that PS5 games should take advantage of the new capabilities and features we're bringing to the platform, including the features of the DualSense wireless controller. So officially from Sony, no, you may not. So if you're playing something like, because remember, not all of the PS4 catalog will work on the PS5, only select games. If you're bringing one of those over, but then you're having to keep track of what games work with which controllers, and then I don't know. It's going to be a little bit of a nightmare, I
They
think.
just want to make more money.
Of course.
No.
And it's like, no, this one rumbles harder. This one's got a built-in double
Yeah.
rumble pack, and it won't work if it's only sort of rumbling, and I don't know. But then we also got some other things that you brought to my attention this morning from Sony.
Yeah, so just a news story just came out. Marvel's Avengers, this game we're slowly getting excited for. These war tables have been really good, showing off the game, surprising us. Brand new character, everybody, Spider-Man. PlayStation just tweeted that Spider-Man will be added to Marvel Avengers exclusively for PlayStation.
What does he look like?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to screw up the face of Spider-Man because Spider-Man looks like
Oh,
Spider-Man.
y'all are trying to do the rip-off Spider-Man?
Yes.
Well, he looks like all the other characters look like swap meet versions of the actual characters.
Oh, use that tweet right there. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man comes with Marvel Avengers exclusively on PlayStation. Crystal Dynamics offers early details of it on its own, unique take on the post-launch hero. So this is super interesting that they say Crystal Dynamics, because that's the same company that did the Tomb Raider exclusive to the Xbox. Y'all remember that a little while ago. I wonder if it has to do with a little bit of the developer in addition to the publisher. I don't know. But obviously, your publisher's going to take most of the blame here. That's fucked up. You know, people are like, oh, no. Okay, so you've got two sides here that are already yelling in the comments. You got one side, the Xbox side, that's fucked up. You know, Spider-Man is a beloved character. He's on the Marvel Avengers team. Why can't I fucking play Spider-Man on Xbox? And then you got the Sony PlayStation people being like, fuck you. You know, we bought this console. Making fun of them. And they're like this and that. And we own Spider-Man. Sony owns Spider-Man. Sony owns Spider-Man. So, no, that's not true. False. Sony does own parts of Spider-Man rights.
Yes.
It's the movie rights. Okay? Comic book rights, Disney/Marvel Comics, but Disney owns Marvel Comics. Merchandise, that's Disney, that's Marvel, okay? Movie rights, yes, that's Sony, okay? That's why you have Spider-Man on Marvel vs. Capcom. Hello! Hello, bringing that back, right? What about Spider-Man in the Switch's? You remember that Marvel Alliance Ultimate?
Oh yeah.
We played that shit. We enjoyed it, you know, and that's on the Switch. So Sony's like, Nintendo, you may have Spider-Man. Ekbuk?
No. You can fuck right off.
Get the fuck out of here, Ekbuk. So that's messed up.
I'm surprised that
That's messed up. This is purposefully.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to speak? Because Sony could be like, how awesome would it be if Sony was like, yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother us.
Well, I'm curious to know specifically, is this something that Marvel could have just said, no, Xbox, you can have it? Because, or is the deal with them? Because I'm surprised that Disney allowed it.
Sony has influence, guys.
Oh, for
Sony
sure.
has influence, and if Sony says this is how we want it to be, and you know, Disney and Marvel push back and say, well, you know, this is probably going to cause upset. It's like, yes, but we are building exclusives for our console, and this is how we would like to do it. And they're like, all right, can we still use Spider-Man, you know, in the movies? You know, they don't want to piss anybody off. I just think their influence has been the trump card here.
Sony is this big compared to like Disney being, you know, like from here to like across the street. And I think Disney, unless Disney's giving Microsoft something, is like, yeah, they have Spider-Man, but eventually Xbox is going to reveal who they get, or
Thanos.
Yeah,
Craig the Brute.
Craig's gonna make an appearance. I don't know. It's very weird to me that because it almost feels like brand damage, like that Marvel is like, oh, only some consoles are getting this one.
It's just wrong.
Weird.
Like, I understand exclusives. It's like, come on, Sony, Spider-Man is exclusive.
Yeah.
It's a whole game.
Yeah.
That's exclusive. Now you want to make the whole game that's fine. That's a whole game. You made it. You're fine. You funded it.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a character now.
Yeah.
A character that is being developed by the third-party company Crystal Dynamics, who are making all these characters, and then Sony comes in. That one, you see that one, the one that I made here,
mine.
yeah. That one's mine. But they want it's Spider-Man. He might want mine, my toy. No, that's it's hard to support that.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, all the Sony fanboys are woo, right? And all the Xbox fanboys are like, they're not arguing that this is bullshit. I have Xbox. They're arguing like, this is a moral quandary, and how dare I'm arguing.
But if it was
moral
for
rights.
Xbox, it'd be the same.
Yeah, we're the same thing. Yeah, but
flipped.
But I'm more for at this point, I'm more for PlayStation than I am for the Xbox Series X, and even then, it's just like this feels weird.
Right, even as a Sony fanboy.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, as someone the internet calls me a Sony
yes,
fanboy,
yes,
it's like I don't care.
What the point you're making there is, even if you are a Sony fanboy, you're like, and you're a good person at heart, you're like, that's kind of shitty. Oh well.
It's like you beat them up and you just spit on them after.
Yeah. Well, it makes me
like,
worry.
You already won. You don't need that. You don't
Bottom
need that.
line is they shouldn't do this. Sony should have called up Xbox and said, hey, you know, can you give us a small licensing fee or something like that?
I don't even know they have control of
and
it.
they shouldn't even do that anyways. And Xbox would have been like, no, you know. But, you know, just something. I think they shouldn't have restricted the character.
Yeah, I am fine with exclusives for specific games. I'm not fine with exclusive content for those games from other people because it, you know
what? You know what?
Leads down a path.
I'm starting to think the developer has a hand in it.
You think so?
Because they're going to make more money, right?
Yeah.
And so Sony's like, what if you made an exclusive character for us? We're your publisher. We want to, you know, do this. And Crystal Dynamics has done that before. They got that Ekbuk money from Tomb Raider. They're like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We've done something like that before. So, yeah, we want to put all the blame on Sony. But I don't know. I feel like maybe Crystal Dynamics is also in on this.
Because didn't they do something like that before with PlayStation? Was it for Call of Duty or something? Like only PlayStation could have access to certain content.
Oh, they've done it before with certain content.
That's true, Joe. Yeah. And then before
and I know
even
that
Sony,
was like roughing some feathers.
Before even Sony, Microsoft was doing the exclusive with Call of Duty and stuff. So yeah, it goes back and forth. But see, that's exclusive game content that is multi-platform, so that is in the same realm. But when you're talking about a beloved character, like, you know, those are map packs and shit like that. But when you're talking about a fucking Avengers character that you will never get to play because you're green and I'm blue, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah. I don't like it. And I don't like the precedent that it could set. Now, again, we don't want to talk about, like, it's a slippery slope, but people remember this stuff.
Sony did not create the character. This is the main problem. Now, if it's fucking Kratos or if it's fucking, you know, Crash, I don't know. Just some famous Sony character, Abby, right? If it's fucking Abby, and is she going to be able to, be on the Avengers?
Yes.
Yes, she can. She'll probably be one of the best characters.
like
But
She-Hulk.
and then Sony's like, that is exclusive to us. Then nobody's gonna complain. They're gonna be like, you're right, that's cool. And then Xbox is like, look at this. This Master Chief is our exclusive character, And so it's like, cool. But when you're taking a character that is like Spider-Man, that's where it's wrong.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
draw the line somewhere.
All right. Well, that's our long-winded feelings on the matter. Anything else that you guys want to talk
Hey,
about?
man, passionate.
Oh, I
This
know.
is-
I'm in
this
there
is
too.
our field, nerd, comics, gaming, and stuff. And you're right. That's where we draw the line.
Yeah.
We're not saying you can't do exclusive characters. We're not saying you can't system play. People can't have exclusive stuff either. That's just business. But it
This feels
does
dirty.
cross a moral line at some point,
Yeah.
and this is the moral line. Anyways, but they're doing it anyway, so nothing we can do about it.
Xbox needs its own character now. I'm like, who could they have? Like, who is like on
Greg.
par? Who's on par
Thanos.
with Spider-Man? It's like they don't have anybody.
Thanos.
They're in there.
They had exclusive Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Maybe-
throw Deadpool in there.
Microsoft owns the rights to what's that guy? I used to use in Hero Clicks all the time, Joe. The guy who would never die. It was you remember what I'm
think I know what
talking
you're
about? It's
talking
like
about, yeah.
it was like fuck, I don't remember. He was a cheap piece of shit character that couldn't really do much on his own anyway.
He's just
I forget-
annoying. Couldn't
yeah,
die.
I'm
he was
just trying to
fucking
think of
annoying.
okay, Rainbow Man,
Rainbow-
whatever,
I'm
just
in.
whoever,
Yeah.
the powers of
Zebra
Rainbow,
Man.
the powers of Skittles,
The Care Bears were pretty
Skittles
intense.
Man,
Sure.
Yeah.
You stare.
exclusive to Xbox.
Xbox.
Xbox Live. All right, guys, that's it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Next videos, hopefully, Ghost of Tsushima this week and the Ghost of Tsushima poster contest. Amazing, amazing work, and we can't wait for you to see them all and to see our review. So please, please be patient as we make a transition from our old place to the new place, and then we'll be running on all cylinders the rest of August.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. So thank you guys so much. See you on the next one.
Bye, guys.